So I have to come back. and you have to take me now. Yeah. But every time I mean, this time around I'm really happy. In Malta we never get snow, so for me this is like being in a postcard. And I'm touching the snow everywhere and I'm happy for the cold because it's something different from my country, so it's really nice.
What's your opinion about the Romanian people and how they receive you in our country?
Well, we've had quite fun actually since I've been here. You know, people are very kind and they're very open and they're very easy. You know, the thing that strikes me is they're very cosmopolitan too, which is really nice. You kind of come in and there's great energy in the city and that's the people who bring that. And so anybody we met were very friendly and very kind to us because unfortunately my Romanian is beyond limited, meaning I can't speak any of it. And so they were very kind and gave us English. You know, so really great help from everybody and, you know, telling us what to watch for and how to be in the city. It was really beautiful. I
agree completely. I totally agree with her. It's really nice. I mean, you come here and you feel at home immediately with the way they treat you, they welcome you, so it's really good.
Our national selection event is taking place on New Year's Eve, so I suppose that it affected your personal life because everyone spends New Year with his family and did they come with you? Did your families come with you to assist you on?
No.
We're bad mummies.
We're bad mummies. We're actually talking about it earlier. You know, we left our children at home.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's such a great opportunity. I mean, anyway, my daughter is very young. She doesn't know it's New Year. Yours are worse.
Yeah, they're older, but they're not necessarily up at New Year. To be honest, New Year is not my favourite time of year. To me, it's about Christmas.
I think Christmas is more family.
So I always drop work just before Christmas so that I'm a human being come Christmas morning because, you know, I used to work a lot and I'd work right up to Christmas and then I'd sit like a vegetable in the corner and not a kind word to say to anybody. So I decided not to do that anymore with the kids because they need you to be there 100%. So New Year for me is not a big night for that. We like to kind of just be at home and mostly you see either Paul, I don't like working New Year's much, but coming here is a different thing. And you know, to get to Chiara at last, it's great to work with her and Paul and Ovi, and of course Johnny and I have worked together a few times. But you know, to spend time with people who interest you and can have fun with, that's a wonderful thing to do on New Year. And hopefully, you never know, might start something new for next year.
Yeah, hopefully,
we could do something different.
Yeah. And both of you are part of the jury.
Yes.
How do you feel it is more difficult to be a judge or a singer?
Oh, difficult.
I'm totally terrified of being a judge.
But why is that? Why?
I don't know. I'm very picky, especially in music. You know, I'm not. So I'm afraid that maybe I don't know. You know, I don't know the singers here. So maybe someone is really famous and everyone likes him, and I don't. So that is what I'm afraid of, you know, being too strict maybe, so I have to,
it's good to be
maybe
strict.
take a couple of drinks before.
Somebody's
I relax a bit.
No, not before we sing though, please, because it's hard enough.
But where would you put more the emphasis on the song or of the performance?
It has to be a combination, no doubt about it. You know, I mean, you can have a fantastic song, but if it's going to have somebody who can't deliver it on the night, you have difficulties there. You look at things and yes, you can, for us maybe as singers we recognise songs. I mean, I think Chiara and I will be similar. We cover songs quite a lot and therefore we recognise songs, you know, and you know what a song should have and what it makes you feel. And so if we were selecting for ourselves to sing, that's a different attitude. You kind of come and you say, this is what I can bring to this song. Having said that, you watch a performer as a whole package. You watch a performer and a song. You know, over the years, certainly in Ireland, we had a time where we selected by the kind of X Factor type thing. And the difficulty there was we forgot about the song. The songs were randomly allocated at the end and then you voted for who you liked. And the difficulty there is it has to be the combination of the two. You can't separate it. You know, Johnny told me now earlier on, you can't imagine anyone else singing that song, although plenty will, you know, and probably do it fine. But to deliver it on the stage, that's what you want. The combination, just the same as Chiara did her songs, Angel. You couldn't imagine anyone else singing that song as well as that. You know, and you make Jürgen cry every time. Did you know that? He cries all the time.
He cries every time.
I've never made him
Now the
cry
world
yet.
knows.
At the time I kicked him, he cried, but that was the only time. Right, but you know, this is the point. It's like In Your Eyes is kind of known, I'm known for singing that. And, you know, so you have to select the song based on both.
Yeah, so with me it's all about emotions, you know. Most of the time I just close my eyes because it doesn't, for me it's not what's in front of my eyes, it's what makes me feel. So
What's affecting you
Yes,
emotionally.
Yeah.
Now, Niamh, you've been, of course, winning the Eurovision '93. You've been there this year, and the result was not so good. The result wasn't so good, but why do you think Ireland ended up at 23?
Well, I don't know. Maybe because people selected other songs that they liked. There's always an element. We all discuss the whole political voting and all that. The reality is we vote for what we know. And Ireland doesn't have the relationship with other countries that it once had, you know, and there's far more countries involved. And we don't know the Eastern Bloc countries as well, and you know, so we have a different kind of reaction. I also think that possibly, you know, maybe it was an older fashioned song. I don't really know why, but I still think, you know, that I don't think it reflects necessarily the quality of what we did. I think that certainly everywhere I go, people respond very positively. They love the song, they love the performance. You know, the interesting thing is I'm as proud of It's For You as I am of In Your Eyes. Both experiences had a huge impact on me. And actually, in a way, this year was really fun to go back and be Dame Niamh for 2 weeks, I have to admit. Like, it was lovely. You know, isn't it nice to go back as the Dame?
That's why I keep going.
I know, it's so fun. It's so fun to be reminded, but it's true. And you know, to be honest, I think it's a very positive thing for Eurovision that young people are voting. And you know, this is new. This is new. The kids voting on their mobiles and everything. It's very positive because then Eurovision will survive. You know, we don't want it to die. Do we want it to die? No.
But Chiara, you've been there 3 times. Niamh, will you go back for a 3rd time?
They'll go back together. You know, I won't say no, right? Because I wouldn't have thought I would have got back a 2nd time, to be honest with you. But if you get the right opportunity and it's the right thing, then you go with your heart. You don't enter for the sake. I will never enter because I feel I should be back in Eurovision to do whatever. It'll be whether the song, someone comes to me and said, this is a song and I feel I have to sing this song. Then, and that's where they're going to send it, then that's where I'll go. You know, and believe me, the fun I had this year, you know, where we were placed doesn't matter to me. I feel so proud of what we did this year that realistically, it doesn't really matter. Unless you're at the very top, the placing will only be remembered by the fans, you know, realistically at the end of the day. But they won't, it still doesn't change how they feel about what we did. And so, to me, I'm just as proud of that. And so, going back another time would be okay. I think it would be okay. But I'd have to get some sleep before I go, I think. Because I slept for about 2 weeks when I came back. I was having naps. I haven't had naps since I was a child. Anyway, go on.
What can we expect from your musical future?
For me?
Yeah.
I have some new songs that I want to record, and basically I've been working this year to earn the money to do it, because you know, this day and age it's hard enough to get people to part with their money for anything. So, but I am very excited about some of the new stuff that I have. It's really good, and a lot of nice new writers on it and stuff, and I've had a lot of interest in different things. But I must admit, some of this year has been catching up back with the family. I did take a bit of downtime, because at the end of the day, I haven't brought the kids this far to ignore them, you know, really. I made a conscious decision to be home with them, and I was just saying to Chiara earlier on, I don't mind going away for short times and doing whatever I do. And I love my job. I love my job. It's a vocation for me, really. But the reality is, it'll mean nothing if I come home to nobody. And that's what you'll be doing if you neglect them. So I miss the kids when I go away. But, you know, it's nice to go home to them too.
Fantastic. Now you collaborated on It's For You with Swedish songwriters, and will that continue in the future?
I hope so. You know, I think that I'm a huge fan of Lena Martin Eriksson and Jonas and Niamh. They did such a special thing. But Martin is a magnificent producer. He produced not only the original version of It's For You, but also the dance track, which was fantastic. You know, and to work with them because they have such a huge respect for music and a desire to do things that have merit. And their job is to write songs and do stuff, and they understand about music. And you know, sometimes you know, English is my first language, so for me, I know how things should sound or whatever. But you know, for lyrically, they really got it on the money for emotions and how you would say something. And there was some songs that I liked that they had, and I was to record with them before Eurovision, but a large cloud came, and I didn't get to go to Sweden. So that is definitely on the money. I will be going back over to see them very soon, hopefully.
Fantastic. Chiara, we met each other in Stockholm in the summertime, and you told us that you were going to Australia.
Yes.
How was it for you?
It was a very, very nice experience. I mean, I usually go on these small trips to do my job, like you were saying. You know, they're very short, like 2-3 days, 4 days at the most. This was quite different. I went there for a month, nearly a month and a half, and I went to see all the Maltese community all around Australia. So it was really nice because I got to see the country, to have a holiday. I took my family with me, so it was a very, very nice experience.
So, who isn't jealous?
I wish I was Maltese now.
and you mentioned something before to me that you recorded an album in Italian and in Maltese.
Yes, I did them just before I left to Australia, because I had one show where a lot of Italian people were going to be there, so I thought I might as well do a couple of songs in Italian. And then once you start working in the studio, you know, for me, I've been always saying this, that my favorite part of my job is studio. I love going inside the studio and record songs. So once I started, then I said, oh, you know, you were saying like, but this song is nice as well, okay, let's do it. This song, at the end, we ended up with 15 songs instead of 2. So I had to do a whole CD. And then I did obviously the Maltese songs, because that's what I went to do there, the Maltese, like, you know, the most famous Maltese songs that everyone loves and everyone cries when they hear them, about Malta and about, you know.
You should do a tissue ad.
So it was, yeah, I make people cry most of the time. Everywhere I go, people are crying everywhere. But it was such a nice experience, you know. For example, for me, it was the first time. I've been singing now for nearly 18 years. And it was the first time that I actually sang these Maltese songs. I always heard other singers sing them, but I never had the opportunity to do it. And it was a new experience. I never expected, for example, to be recording the songs and crying myself. You know, the words are very patriotic, and I never thought I would feel that way when I sang the songs, and I was really surprised. And now they are my favorites, nearly.
Is the album or these albums available to the public to buy?
No, they were only available in Australia, sorry.
So we have to go to Australia to buy
You have to
them.
go to Australia. No, they're not available actually, no. And
not even in Malta?
No, not even in Malta. They were just done for the Australian Maltese community, so I didn't even get them out in Malta. Which is something I was thinking about, but because I think it would be nice to actually do something like that in Malta. And we're also talking with the Maltese community in Australia as well to do the same thing next year. But things are still in the air, so I'm still not sure. And if I do it next year, I won't be doing it alone. I probably would be doing it with another singer from Malta. We're actually talking at the moment, me and Ludwig, but we're still not sure about it. So
Ludwig?
that would mean SED with me and Ludwig on. So
Is that Ludwig of Julian Ludwig?
Yeah.
On again, off again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
I hope it comes through, because I think it would be quite a nice experience.
Fantastic.